Hello and welcome to Let's Bleepin Play. I am Big Bang Sean.
I am Kamiya Tamasa, I don't know.
And I'm Mustache Mason.
Mustache.
He grows a mustache in GT.
Yep, that's the
Does he really?
the whole
the joke.
The whole joke, sure. Yeah, is that he grows a mustache in GT and has just awful hair.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Does Vegeta do anything in GT?
No, other than get his body taken over by Baby and is the villain of the first real arc, and then he shows up and goes Super Saiyan 4 at the end of the show. And fuses with Goku. Yeah, no, Vegeta, GT is a crime against Vegeta. Like, it's a crime against Vegeta. It's even more of a crime against Piccolo.
Damn.
Because they basically are like, here's Piccolo, oh, Piccolo's dead. Now he's trapping himself in hell. GT ends with Piccolo trapping his own self in hell.
Whoa.
Never to get out, forever, basically.
Is that canon?
No, GT is not canon, so.
Is it?
I pulled a Mason. I think Mason asks that question all the time.
He got. Damn it! Which train is it that? Henry. He got Henry. Henry blocks himself in with the wall, right?
So
Henry gets blocked in with the wall by Sir Topham Hatt. He doesn't block himself in. He can't. He's a train.
Yeah.
I mean, but he doesn't leave.
I mean, that's fair. He does stop himself. So Piccolo pulled a Henry.
Said nobody ever.
Well, they're both green.
This is a first in internet history. We have compared Piccolo and Henry.
We've compared Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z and Henry the Green Engine. Who'd win in a fight? Share in the comments.
You heard it here first, folks.
I like that they want us to be 30 to do this fight, and I'm like, I'd like to be closer to 40.
Hey, there's.
That's right. Over here is
now you can scan.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of times to scan Namex.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was.
No, that's not common. That's
not
just
common.
a missing Namek.
Reginald, he's like, I lived out, and now it's an empty life in West City, so I'm just going to cast away all my possessions. Here, would you like my house key?
What?
Wow. Can you step on that rake and have it hit you in the face? I guess not.
Victory for Vegeta.
Is it you said, I would rather be closer to 40, and all I think of is the A-Team with Liam Neeson.
Overkill is underrated, my friend.
Hey.
I unironically really like the A-Team movie, Sume.
Oh, I get it's not my favorite Joe Carnahan film, but I do really like the A-Team movie.
I'm trying to remember what all he's done.
The Gray is my absolute favorite of his.
Oh, that's right, he did The Gray.
The Gray, Smokin' Aces, Narc, recently Cop Shop.
Cop Shop. I mean, I like it more than I like Smokin' Aces, personally.
It is more action-heavy than Smokin' Aces,
so yes, of course I like it because Lizard Brain. They fly a tank in the A-Team. How can you not like that movie?
A-Team is an incredibly enjoyable movie. Like, it's fun, it is goofy, it is everything that the old show was.
Like,
the only Joe Carnahan movie I've seen is the one that you made us watch.
Smokin' Aces.
God damn it. I think
he doesn't have a huge filmography, so
it's not very big now.
I think you'd like the A-Team, Mason. It's stupid as hell, but it's enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
It has one of my favorite lines is they have to knock B.A. Baracus, Mr. T's character from the old show.
Mm-hmm.
They have to knock him out because he has a fear of flying. But then shit goes sideways and they have to escape the plane on a tank. So while they're falling, he wakes up and is like, "What are we doing in a tank? We got into it when we fell out of the plane. When did we fall out of the plane? Recently."
The casting is on point in that movie.
Oh yeah, the casting is brilliant.
Yeah, like every character fits in. Like, I know there was some concern about Rampage Jackson being Mr.
Baracus.
T.
Well, because one, Mr. T's the most iconic character from that show,
mm-hmm.
and two, Rampage is an actor; he's an MMA fighter. But he still kind of nails it. You good?
I mean, he had acted like a little bit before then. Like he was on an episode of The King of
Oh dear.
Okay.
He was in an
Anger.
MMA movie called Never Surrender.
Okay, but like this was his first
Yeah.
big one.
This was his first big one, and
Yeah.
Angry Noises Sean.
Right after the A-Team, he was on an episode of The Cleveland Show.
And he didn't do much acting after the A-Team. I know he was in...
I don't think so, because I think the A-Team bombed.
It didn't bomb, but it did not do the success. It actually fell second as it went up against Jaden Smith's Karate Kid,
Ah, that's sad.
which I also liked.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
18 broke even, but not by much.
Yeah, it was not a failure, but it wasn't a big financial success.
Yeah.
Also, man, Karate Kid 2010. There's a movie I haven't thought about in a while.
It's fine. Like, that's my hot take for anyone who cares about Karate Kid 2010. You shouldn't, but...
My biggest hot take is it's named incorrectly.
Well, that's what everybody says
I was
about
gonna
it.
say everybody says that.
Because that's what Jackie Chan did not want it named.
I realize, but it's what happened.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie Chan's coming back for another Karate Kid movie. He's coming back for the one releasing this year with Daniel LaRusso, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, cool, but I'm also like, how much more Karate Kid stuff are you gonna make?
Especially how much, like,
Well,
that's
because-
feeding on nostalgia stuff.
I mean, like, because, okay. Cards on the table. I fucking love Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, Carbakara is awesome, and I've only watched the first and a half season, and it's awesome.
I've watched all 5. It's the only TV show I keep up with. It's fine. It's really good. I love Cobra Kai, but it is melodramatic bullshit. I will not sugarcoat it. It gets really melodramatic bullshit, but it also gets very entertaining because it's melodramatic bullshit mixed with karate fights.
Let me do this again.
I can't. I mean, you know how I am with TV shows, so I dropped off hard.
Mason, have you watched the original Karate Kid movie?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
I've seen 1 and 2.
Okay.
I've seen the first. I haven't seen 3, and I haven't seen the next Karate Kid. And I have seen Karate Kid 2010. So
you're actually, this is one of those like classic things that you are fully up to date on.
oh yeah, for sure.
Mostly, I mean, there's
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, no one cares about Karate Kid 3.
Or the next Karate Kid.
Except, ironically, the creators of Cobra Kai, because they brought back the villain from that, and he's like the main villain for season 5.
Wow. But yeah, I love the first Karate Kid movie especially. That is an 80s
It's
bona fide.
It's really good. I don't know if I've ever seen it in full, to be
Really?
honest. I don't know if I have.
I've seen it a couple of times because it's one of my dad's favorites.
I've never actually I'd not watched it on TV. Like I've watched it 2 or 3 times, but always like it was on ABC Family. And so like I don't think I've ever seen it without commercials.
See, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I've seen it all together, but not all at once. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get that.
The only Karate Kid movie I have sat down and watched from beginning to end is 2010, and that's because I saw it in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think that movie's fine.
I like it quite a bit. There are some things it suffers that aren't necessarily the creator's fault and more studio interference fault.
Oh, what a shock!
But I do really like the remake Karate Kid. It's one of the few Jaden Smith roles that I really like.
the one.
I mean, I also like him in Pursuit of Happiness.
I've seen Karate.
Completely forgot he was in that, even though he's the secondary main lead.
I've seen
During that time when Will Smith kept casting him as his son.
I've seen Karate Kid 2010 once, maybe. I know I've seen it, but I don't really remember much about it.
Like I said, I think it's fine. I don't love it by any means, but also the last time I saw it was in 2010 when I watched it in theaters.
In theaters,
so,
right?
It is hard to recapture the magic of a movie like The Karate Kid.
Well,
That is a movie that you don't recapture particularly well.
that's the problem with a bunch of 80s remakes. That's why I never watched it, but I heard the Footloose remake wasn't great.
I actually really like the Footloose remake, simply from this fact. It is a very, very, very different movie, and it is meant to be very, very different. So
Okay, well then never mind.
I said I don't know. I said I've talked to people who don't like it and who like it. I also really like the director. He did a lot. He won an Academy Award for Hustle and Flow. I like a lot of his style and stuff. But he said the Footloose movie is flawed because trying to do Footloose modern is complicated. But I think they do it actually pretty well. That it makes sense in a modern world.
Fair enough.
But also, I understand if people don't like it.
Thomas gets exposed for his lack of 80s knowledge. Never seen Footloose, so...
Again, it's another one that I've seen on TV, but I don't think I've seen without commercials.
I may have seen Footloose.
There's a lot of 80s movies that I just kind of haven't seen, because I'm like, neat.
Mm.
I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen Footloose, because another one of my favorite actors is Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon is awesome, but he also does a lot of mediocre.
Ironically, his mediocre roles might be my most favorite because he always goes 100%.
Alright. It's you, Vegeta. And you must be ugly. I mean, Cell. Hello. What are you doing here? Don't tell me you've come to protect the androids from being absorbed. How noble of you. Actually, I'm here to kill you. You have to be kidding. I find it hard to believe that my cells are in your body. How could you have turned out so ugly? What a waste. An honor to be a part of the strongest being in here. Tell me, are you ready to witness a power that has not been seen for thousands of years? Blah! It's your end.
Don't forget to scan him.
How yeah.
Cell non-perfect.
Structural analysis reveals muscle mass and increased thickness in an exoskeleton. Deeper analysis reveals mechanical and organic fusion that is not yet understood.
You think Vegeta's like, hold on, timesies.
I gotta read the woman scouter. Yeah, Vegeta also is slow in this form. But also, look at how much I'm hitting for like 300 damage. 120, 120, 120. You're supposed to absolutely dog walk Cell.
Well, because that's what happens at the show.
Big back! Can you stop it?
Stop.
Also, you don't really do that. Oh, okay. I blew up a rock.
Oh, that rock probably deserved it.
Like, he punches me for 30. I punch him for 120.
Speaking of Kevin Bacon, anyone seen Stir of Echoes?
No.
I don't know what that is.
The movie's really good. Basically, Kevin Bacon is like just a normal guy. He gets hypnotized at a party, and it's his sister-in-law who doesn't like him and he doesn't like her.
Oh, wow.
She says, like, I think you need to be more open-minded. So it says open his mind, and now, oh shit, he can see ghosts.
Whoa.
And he has to try and solve the mystery of a ghost who appears in his house, and she can't talk, so he has to try and solve the mystery of why she's haunting him.
Interesting.
It's a really good movie. Anyway.
What are you? You're not Vegeta. You can't be Vegeta. You become something else. That's right. I'm an ascended Saiyan. How?
One with the angel.
How did you acquire this new strength? Enlighten me. I trained all yesterday. This is actually where they get this. I do a lot of push-ups and sit-ups, and I drink plenty of juice.
I do a lot of push-ups and sit-ups, and I drink plenty of juice.
Wait, that's a thing
It's
in the
an
original?
actual dub line, yeah.
That kind of makes it better.
You will pay for your insolence, Vegeta. I don't think so, Cell. You are outclassed in every way. Also, here's my son.
Yeah, he literally says.
And it gets worse for you. Here's my son.
How did you get all this power? Curse you. It doesn't make any sense. You're just a big baby. You wouldn't be talking this way if I had completed my evolution. If I had true power, you would be nothing to me if I absorbed 18. Vegeta, allow me to achieve my final perfect form. As a Saiyan, you can appreciate a challenge. It would be an ultimate fight. No. Interesting.
Say I'll put my nickel in the TFS jar because this might be my favorite bit from the entire DBZ abridged. When it's like, no, go on, no, and it cuts to next episode and he's still screaming.
You don't know what you're doing. Cell's taking advantage of your weakness. Quiet, boy. Your father and I have a deal.
I love his tail wiggles when he's flying.
So at this point, Krillin is trying to blow up Android 18 and can't because she's a hot lady.
Cause she's sexy.
Oh. And Perfect Cell, which is one of the coolest transformations in the entire show.
Yeah.
Not in here, but
I never watched it. I can't tell you. I can tell you what Gear 5 was.
Ha! And so in the show at this point, he says, basically he's like, your power, you're not anything. Vegeta kicks him, and he's basically like, okay.
Like that?
Yep. That kick, I put all my energy into it. Now do you understand what I mean by perfection? Or shall I educate you further? Blonk!
Jeez.
We're just gonna skip Final Flash. We don't need Final Flash here.
Final Flash! What's this?
Vegeta, no.
I've already seen my own world laid to waste by Dr. Giro's creation. I can't let it happen again to this world. I promise you this. As long as there's breath in my body, I will fight.
Again, don't forget to scan him.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll have multiple chances, but I like his walk.
What he calls this perfect form, massive biochemical changes have occurred at normal levels of cell structure. Cell's facial structure has become more humanoid, and his tail atrophied. Absence no vestigial. His coloration has also changed due to the alteration. His chemical makeup, the effect of his power level is so drastic that it cannot be calculated. Holy
But here it's calculated.
Here it is, calculated.
I like that Mason has really jumped on the scanning. Oh, I forgot how slow I am. I am so slow.
What is it? It's a video I saw on Dragon Ball. Actually did kind of bring up something that I think is kind of funny with the Cell Saga. It's that when you think about it, Cell wins this day by crying like a bitch until he gets his way.
Yep. Impressive, Trunks. I didn't think much of you. You see, I have fought you before. In the future. Yes, I ran into you once when you were preparing to travel back in time, but then I killed you and stole your time machine. I'm just going to tell you all this in the middle of a fight. Don't worry about it. But now in this time, things are different.
Some exposition.
I must admit you have exceeded my power, at least in the area of brute strength, and yet you have no chance of defeating me. What are you talking about? Oh, God, started.
Oh, God, I have no chance of defeating him.
Oh, God, Kamehameha! I was not... Oh, okay, all right. And
so, since Thomas said his earlier, I'm now curious, because I don't think I've ever asked you that question, Sean. Who's your favorite actor?
Of all time?
Yeah.
It kind of comes and goes. I mean, there was once a time when Kevin Spacey was my favorite actor.
Oh, I do remember you
Fucking
saying that.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
which is not good.
well, in modern day.
In modern right now, pretty much any time Pedro Pascal's in anything or Oscar Isaac, I am very interested in that, whatever they're working on.
Okay, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
They are both, like, Oscar Isaac's had some stinkers. I knew that was where I was going to die. Oscar Isaac's had some very early stinkers.
Cough, cough, X-Men.
X-Men, the Russell Crowe Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I forgot he was in that.
But he does pretty much only good things now. God, I have to do this
All the way
again.
back from the beginning. God.
I gotta do this again.
Yay. What do we got?
Man Killers from 1987, directed by David A. Pryor.
Do we want to go and get a sensu bean?
That might be smart.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, that's hot.
This will be when I have the poster up. The brother team of David and Ted have produced a whole heap of flicks on the cheap, Deadly Prey being the most popular for all the wrong reasons. Man Killers is the same story, but this time we get not one, but a whole bevy of bodacious babes. Sweating and straining, fighting and dying, and jiggling a lot, goddamn.
But you know what's a great word? Bodacious.
You sold me. You've sold me on this movie.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm getting out of here. Are you coming?
I don't think you understand. What? You ain't going nowhere.
The hell I ain't.
I actually have seen a clip of this because I follow like here's a throwback, a Tumblr blog.
Oh wow.
I'm barely on my Tumblr, so, but I follow a blog that is all about bad action movies.
Tumblr was a social network that I could never get into.
Like I said, I barely use it.
It was also kind of probably, like, when it came out, it was before I was, like, after I was, like, older.
Tired with social media.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it's...
Big Bang Attack!
I'll be honest, it's, I guess...
Big Bang Attack!
Probably better now. If only because the real nut job people left when the porn left. So then they all went to Twitter, and now Twitter's a hellhole. So
Twitter is an absolute hellhole.
I mean, again, I still don't use it that often. I use it when I get a hyperfixation, and I'm like, let me look shit up on this. But anyway, the clip I've seen is just a woman with a rocket launcher. She shoots it and just blows this random dude up. That's the only clip of this movie I've seen.
Jeez.
The film starts off with two DEA agents out to bust a cocaine crime lord. One of our busty heroines of the film, the other a sleazy bastard with a tremendous curly mullet, for once not played by Ted Pryor. He decides the steal is too sweet to pass up and shoots everyone and steals the coke. Our heroine gets shot, she swears off the force forever. Our villain moves on to human trafficking, still slinging coke, and now our heroine who wants to bust the bastard that shot her and ruined her desire to continue her career. She's offered re-entry into the force at her former rank in Carte Blanche in order to nail his ass to the wall. She demands a full team of women. Why? I don't know.
So here's, once I'm going to get the sensu bean, then my plan is when I come back, I'm going to run over there with Trunks. I will have to get Vegeta off that island and then take him up there, but I'm going to get Trunks also another level up in that process, so I don't run into what just happened to me.
Okay, fair enough.
So we can beat, because then once we are almost in the end game at this point.
Damn.
We just have to collect the Dragon Balls, which is going back to older maps and just going to new unlocked areas. There's a couple of like smaller missions where we have to get through. Every one of them has a bad guy that will help level up that whoever you are fighting with can everything. I don't think there's any real I think the biggest bad guy is it's a story point in the Cell Games filler, but Tao Pai Pai returns.
Okay.
Mecha Tao Pai Pai. Which is from the final arc of Dragon Ball. He is.
He's like a mech.
Yeah, he is the first android in a lot of ways, cyborg. He comes back, and then in the Cell Games they brought him back briefly. It's basically he is. He's like, yes, I can protect you all from Cell. Just give me lots of money, please, lots of money. And then Gohan lands, and he goes, I knew a kid just like you. Who are you? And he goes, and it's like, oh, you're not Goku, are you? No, I'm his son. Oh no!
No.
Is the movie Samurai Cop in that book?
Yes.
That's funny. Was it
oh shit! There's Punisher Warzone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Punisher Warzone's in here.
Checks out.
Is that the one we watched?
Yes.
Wow.
The bad one.
All right, Corin, I have fish for you. Thank you.
Well, I mean,
I wish you could carry more fish than just 3 and then trade it out. I wish you could get 6 to 8. Yeah, but 3 it fills up, then you have to go trade out. But
you wouldn't know why we watched the bad one. Not to bring it down, but that's when Ray Stevenson.
Oh,
died.
that's right. That was when
Yep.
Stevenson died. I forgot about that.
Yep. Ray Stevenson was an awesome actor that really never got his huge break, and honestly may have just gotten it right before he died.
Rip.
Sad.
Like, I love Ray Stevenson. Like, he is just an awesome actor.
But yeah, there's Samurai Cop.
Hey, there it is. Do they have Samurai Cop 2?
Yeah, it's literally the page after.
But what
That's a
about
Tommy
what
Wiseau
about
in it.
what about Viva Las Samurai Cop?
No, because that one doesn't exist.
Fair.
There is Tuesday Never Comes.
Two
Or
Samurai,
maybe it's
Two
nervous.
Cop? What about Two Samurai, Two Cop?
No. There is Legion of Iron. I've actually seen this one.
What is it?
It's basically about this high school couple. They're like trying to get it on in a Cadillac, and then all of a sudden they get abducted by this crazy bitch warlord who makes the girlfriend like this kind of not queen, but like this kind of I don't know what she does in the movie. She's basically just there to look sexy, and that's exactly what the warlord wants. She's just like, I want you to look sexy. That's it. But the guy she makes into like a gladiator.
Whoa.
That is a strange premise for a movie, but also feels, is this 80s? 70s? Oh,
Well, 1990.
okay, so still kind of in the 80s,
basically
but also
the 80s.
feeling like it might be a 70s movie.
So basically the 80s. It's a weird movie. There's a lot of uncomfortable scenes in it because, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that feels like one that maybe...
I mean, hey, it's equal opportunity. Both the guy and the girl get oh-no'd, so...
Yeah, that happens. Especially in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, well, because Death Wish. Because Death
Yeah.
Wish, there was a big thing where it's like Death Wish had the assault scene, and now it's like, oh, everything has to do that. Why are you taking that? Why you gotta take that?
Why'd you take that from it?
But Legion of Iron does have one of my favorite reads I've ever seen in a bad action movie, where the hero wakes up, he's in a cell, and the warlord like messages him. She's on a TV monitor, and she's like, and she explains what's going to happen and how he's going to be a gladiator. And it's like, you're going to be my #1 gladiator. He's like, face it, you're a #1 gladiator now. And he's like, and you're a crazy up bitch. And it's like, yeah, that's what I'd say in the situation too.
Is Toxic Avenger in it?
No, I think that's in the sci-fi book.
Ah, okay.
I've actually seen that too.
So have
How did you like it?
I. It's pretty much everything I wanted it to be.
That's fair. You know they're making a game.
I've heard they
Oh,
are,
that's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're making a Toxic Crusaders game.
Yeah.
Actually looks hella fun.
And there's also that remake that's supposed to.
Yeah, the one with Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. Apparently, it's already had like a. I guess it's already had like a film festival screening, but it's not.
Yeah,
It doesn't have an actual release date yet.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Alright, guys, you want a ninja one?
Ninja!
Revenge of the Ninja from 1983. I've actually seen this one as well.
Let me see the cover. Oh, that's just the cover of Doom, but with a ninja on it,
And no bad guys.
and no bad guys.
What's he aiming at?
They're all already dead.
I love the tagline of this one. 400 years of training in the art of sudden death, unleashed on 20th century America.
Oh,
Actually, is kind of a badass title.
Yeah.
The star Sho Kusugi was famous for bad 80s ninja movies. So
yeah.
That's a genre that kind of died.
Bad ninja movies.
Oh, I miss them. Anyone ever seen Ninja Assassin? Movie's not good, but damn, I love it.
It is not good. Yeah, it
I
is.
swear I've heard of it though.
It's from the director of V for Vendetta.
Oh my god, that's right.
That's
probably
what sold
why.
it. That's what sold it. That's how they got it. Yeah, and it is it has the guy the Asian guy in Speed Racer who doesn't speak particularly great English.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't need to talk that much. I don't know. I think that movie's fun.
I only watched it once in theaters, and I was overly critical of it. I guarantee if I watched it now, I would have a lot more fun with it.
That's fair. I mean, It's very funny if you see it as essentially a R-rated version of Power Rangers, one of the Ninja series.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what it is. Does have a really great line. It's actually a line I've used when I've written. Yes, I rip off Ninja Assassin instead of good stories. When the main protagonist fights the bad guy, he draws his sword and he says, "After I kill you, the breath I take will be the first free breath I've taken in my entire life." And it's like, that's a good ass line, actually.
That is a really good line.
Yeah, because you have to go up with Vegeta to so.
Yep. And we'll do that next time on Let's Bleepin' Play.
And I drink plenty of juice.